Hi, this is Mr. Lordi, and you're watching The Age of Metal.
Mr. Lordi of Lordi, welcome back to the United States after almost 9 years, actually.
Congratulations yesterday. I mean, on the first 2 nights on the tour, I said it's 7 years, so acres, but it's actually 9.
Yeah, it's actually been 9 years. What happened on these 9 years absence from Lordi? Why we haven't seen you guys so often?
Well, the truth is that almost every year we've got offers, but the problem is, of course, that the guarantees or the fees of the offers have been so low that we couldn't do it. That's the thing. It's the problem, of course, is that the band is 5 guys. Then the crew is like another 5 at least. Back in Europe, we have like altogether we have 16 people with us. So the problem is that even with the only with the flight tickets, that's already so expensive that the guarantees have been so low.
That's like, all right, we cannot do it. I mean, we couldn't even pay for the flight tickets.
Right.
That's the honest reason.
That's the reason. But we're glad we have you guys back and an excellent show. And so far,
Glad to be back.
this is like their 3rd or 5th show, I think.
I think it was the 5th or 6th. Let me think. It was the Vancouver, Canada, Seattle, Portland. What else?
Santa Cruz, Anaheim. Then we played at the Whiskey yesterday. This was actually 7th show. Yeah.
Now, how's been the tour so far? How's been the response after 9 years?
Really nice, really nice. I mean, it's been quite heartwarming actually to see many fans who are wearing the shirt from 9 years back or something like that they bought from the Dedek tour or from Ozfest even, and like even today there were quite a few people with their old shirts, and it's like fucking awesome. So yeah, and we get all kinds of requests all the time, and people are like, please come back, over the years, but what can you do? It's I mean, it's always with any artist really. It's like it's never the decision of the artist or the band not to come somewhere. It's always the logistics or the finances or something. Bands want to play, and bands want to play everywhere and anywhere. But that's but we're happy that we're here finally.
It seems like it pictures to be a longer tour, but one of the thing is like, what is your favorite thing about touring North America?
What's my favorite thing? The differences between the states. That's because I mean it's huge. It's like that's my favorite thing. And okay, here comes commercial. I love Chile's. Chile's is my favorite restaurant in the fucking world. I love their ribs. That's the thing, And also because I'm a little kid. I'm a toy freak. I collect shit. I collect a lot of. I'm a Kiss collector. I collect all kinds of horror stuff and Muppets and Star Wars and shit. So, it's awesome that even though I stopped collecting, and I put it in quotes, I stopped collecting. Whenever there's an off day, and I go out, I come back to the bus. I come with huge, full bags of shit. All kinds of. Now already the back lounge of the bus is like so filled with Kiss mugs and fucking table lamp and Kiss truck and Chewbacca mug and there's all kinds of stuff. And those are my favorite things. Yeah.
Now, last year the Monster Phonic and the Terror and the Monarchy came out last September. And it's a double album.
Well, it's like only one album, but it's like split in half. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's a double size of. I mean, each one of size of these albums are different. What take you to go that way?
Well, because there was like there's actually always been like two musical lines of Lordi. There's been the so-called classic Lordi, which is like really 80s orientated, hooky 3 minute, rock songs. That's our basic stuff. But then also, I've always written the kind of stuff that is a little bit more complex, a little bit more modern, a little bit more metal, if you will. And this time, well, let me put it this way: like the previous two albums were already something that we started flirting with the more complex, strong song structures and little bit more progressive or modern metal things, and and the response that we got from the fans was so it was like cut in half. Other fans, they really loved it, and the other half of the fans were, no, you should stop. You should just stick to your guns and play that. But then again, I thought, okay, let's get really schizophrenic here. Let's split the whole thing. Let's do a split album with ourselves. So what we thought is that, okay, we are actually doing two different EPs. That was the whole idea, and try to make it as the difference to make it as extreme as possible. And back in Europe, the fans were like waiting for us to play something from the demonarchy side, the harder side. But we already made the decision that we're not going to do that on this tour, and on this tour either, on the US tour. We're gonna do the demonarchy separate. We're gonna do that maybe in the festivals in Europe this summer, because I feel like if we play that live, we're gonna play the whole thing, and that eats away a lot of set time, really, So, well, but we will see how the people will react to that, and maybe it will, maybe it will make it to the set in the future, like for the next tours and shit. But we will try it out.
Now, I remember that on Scare Force 1, it was a release of a comic called Illustrated Lyrics, but not in this.
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is.
Also on this one, and even better, the Demonarchy comic book is even better than the, because it works as you can, because the whole storyline is as a comic book. The problem, well, it's a positive problem. We sold out the whole fucking print already within the first fucking 2 weeks of the tour in Europe. Yeah, and it ran out, and we had to just there were fans coming up because they knew about it, and the rest of the tour in Europe, they were like okay, we wanna have the comic book. I'm sorry, it's sold out, and we tried to get a new printing, but it never made it in time. Same thing actually here. We wanted to have a reprint for the US tour of the comic book, but something happened with the merchandiser. We never actually got it. We never got the fucking, And now, and while you're on tour, it's almost impossible to get the stuff unless you need to have it on the first day. Because then, if they are gonna send it to you while you're on tour, you're gonna be late. They will send it, and then you are already gone from that city, and that's the shitty thing. Yeah, but because since there's quite a lot of requests, of the comic book, so I think we're gonna do a reprint of that anyway. So that's gonna be available online, I guess.
That's why I didn't catch it. It makes it a little bit strange that they didn't release a comic book with this album.
Oh, that is something that we're definitely gonna we're gonna be doing that now, forever,
Now, last year, Lordi performed Hard Rock Hallelujah at the Finnish Eurovision final. How was the feeling of going back to the stage of one of the Eurovision contests?
We've been actually doing that pretty much every single year in some country. Whether it's the Eurovision finals in UK or Sweden or whatever. We've done that quite a lot because we get lots of requests every spring. the phone rings and okay, this and that country wants us to, okay, and it's fucking fun. I mean, of course, it's not our cup of tea, but we're already veterans of Eurovision. I mean, and even though musically and it's completely different world, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you know, it's nice.
Do you think at the time that Lordi won the Eurovision in 2006, that win for Lordi pushed rock and metal a little bit more mainstream in Europe?
Uh, maybe for a short time, yeah. But you know, I mean, it's been almost 11 years ago already. So maybe for a short period of time, maybe a year and a half, it was a little bit more. Oh, definitely it was. It got the metal and rock got a big boost in Finland, in Scandinavia. It definitely did that. But I mean, right now at the moment, you know, I'm an old school rock guy. I'm sad to say that it's all hip hop and rap now everywhere. It's like metal and rock has been pushed again to the marginal. It's like, because Finland was known for years to be the country where you turn on the radio, any mainstream radio, and you could hear, you know, let's say you could hear Madonna or Lady Gaga, and then the next song could be all of a sudden Children of Bottom, and the next song could be Nightwish, and then the next song could be some classical music. That was the country. Now it's not. It's just hip hop and fucking R&B and rap all the time. That's what it is now. Well, it's the sign of the times, and you know, times change, and it is just for me. For me, as an old school fart, it's really difficult to, you know, accept the fact. But that's how it is.
Well, Mr. Lordi, we in America have our own monster bands. Actually, we have some of them living in the White House right now. And others like War.
Really? You think that? Really?
What?
Have you listened to War?
No, that is something that we used to get this question quite a lot right after Eurovision thing. And for example, our what the hell happened there? Yeah, for example, our bass player, Mr. Ox, he never even heard about this band Gwar, because Gwar was never big in Finland. It was never like, it was like really in a marginal. I knew about it, but I never heard about it. I never heard any songs or something. And then it wasn't until Eurovision really, when people started, you know, telling us, "Hey, you're a Gwar ripoff," and we're like, "What? What? We're what?" And still today, I mean.
Are you familiar with the band?
I know the band. I know of the band, but I couldn't tell any songs. I don't know any album names. I mean I listened to like few videos or songs, but it's not really in my musical taste. It is so far away, and this is what I say about a lot of music. It is so far away from the holy values of Twisted Sister, Kiss, and Alice Cooper that I just cannot get it. You know, it is just too. It's not for me. I don't get it. I get the look though. I get the look, but then again, it's more like with War. It's like even though I mean the only thing that we really share. I mean, let's face it, is that both bands are like dressed up as monsters.
Right. The monster look.
Even though War, correct me if I'm wrong, but they always say that they are not dressed up as monsters. They are monsters, and you know, we are not trying to hide the fact. I mean, yeah, we are dressed up as monsters. That's a different thing.
Now, closing up, what is next for Lordi after this North American tour? Are there any European summer festivals that we should be aware of?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we have like month to maybe 2 months. Like holiday time off, that would be awesome, because it's been quite a busy year recording the album, and then doing the festivals last summer, and then the European tour, and then we had to prepare for this tour, and blah, 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 there's a lot of shit. So few months off, and then European festivals. I don't ask me the names of the festivals. I am the last person ever to ask where are we going to play because I don't remember. I don't remember. But yeah.
Well, Mr. Lordi, thank you so much for a great show. Thank you very much for coming all the way to Mesa, Arizona. And definitely good luck with the rest of the tour. And we hope to see Lordi again very soon.
Well, I hope to see Lordi again here too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.